Hi guys, and welcome back to cryptochesterg. I'm here today to give you an update on XRP. We're going to be going through XRP from a technical analysis perspective, really diving deep into what is coming in the future for XRP, and also a very strong price prediction. And on top of that, as a bonus here, we're going to be looking at some potential trades that we can be getting into futures positions at the end of the video as well. So in XRP, they have been developing quite well. We know that they've had a nice bit of a breathing room since the SEC sort of backed off a bit here, and since then they have really been thriving. The next upcoming thing for XRP is actually their event called Apex 2025 here over in Singapore, and that is basically obviously going to be hosted by Ripple. I would be going, but unfortunately I'm actually in England on those dates, which does kind of suck. But yeah, let me know in the comment section if you will be attending this event, guys. I'm super intrigued to know about that. Now let's get into sort of an update of XRP, what's been happening from a price prediction, price action standpoint, and where is this thing going in the future. So you can see in the last day, it's actually down around near enough 1%, which compared to the rest of the market's not actually too bad. Now the last 7 days, you can see this chart is very different to a lot of other cryptos right now. We have seen a lot of downside, a lot of bouncing around, but this sort of, it's been consolidating the last sort of 3 days here, guys, which is bullish. And then you could say consolidation between $2.22 and obviously this low point $1.99. So we'll say $2 and $2.20 to be a bit more accurate here. So it's basically consolidating between that zone here for the time being, which isn't bad. It basically means there is potential for a leg up, okay? In the last month, it's actually down 9.66%, but it's recovered from this massive dip down to around $1.60, okay? So that is a good sign that it's bounced quite aggressively from that point, rather than hanging around down that area. If it was to hang around down that area, then it does sort of insinuate that it's going to test lows again and break down even further. But the fact that we're chilling at around $2, it's actually quite a bullish sign right now. Now let's get into the chart here for XRP. Just quickly, before we get into the chart for the price prediction and also some very nice trades for us to be getting involved with as well, I want to talk to you guys quickly about Go Login. Now, Go Login is a very unique service that actually offer VPNs, proxies. They've got really good affiliate network as well. And basically, this means that you can use multiple accounts at the same time. Now, for crypto, this is obviously very important because you can actually run multiple exchanges on the same browser at the same time using this service. So you know when it logs you out and you have to log in again, it's a total nightmare. This program actually stops that by offering you very easy, simple proxies and stuff like that you can use. Now I'm going to show you guys very quickly how you can actually create a profile and how the service actually works. So you can see here, you create your profile, new profile 42, you choose the country that you want the proxy to be hosted on, and then you run the proxy. So you can see in the top left-hand side, profile 5, you can open up many tabs under that specific profile and have multiple profiles running that at the same time through different locations, right? So you can see here, profile 6, we can have a Facebook profile run under profile 6, and again we could do it with profile 7, profile 8, and it's very easy to create your own profile here, guys. What you do here, you simply sign in to the platform here and you get an instant 7-day free trial for you guys to go check it out. As I said, this is very important for if you're running different wallets on different browsers and stuff like that, especially like MetaMask and different exchanges, is very good for that sort of service there. So you can see here, I've got a few profiles set up already. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys add profile and show you how easy this actually is. So we're going to call it profile 2 to keep it nice and simple. We're going to choose our country, wherever this is going to be hosted in. We'll choose Canada, just for an example's sake. And then you simply check the proxy. Boom, Canada, Toronto, amazing stuff. You see it's all working, not a problem at all. We can actually call this anything we like here, but I'm going to keep it profile 2 to keep it nice and simple. Then the bottom left, you just click create profile. Now, while that's creating a profile, usually is very fast. As you can see, that profile has gone live here, okay? Connected a few seconds ago, and then you simply just run that profile here and then open it on a separate browser and it runs profile 2 for you. And then you can basically open up all the accounts that you want and it doesn't clash with each other essentially, okay? But in terms of use cases for Go Login, it's actually very, very useful for many, many different things. So I don't know if these things apply to you. I know it probably will from a crypto perspective, but if you are into your e-commerce marketing, social media, and more, you can see these are all the different things that you can use Go Login for, okay? So SEO, you can help your SEO rankings, your ad reviews, digital marketing, web scraping, partnership programs, social media marketing as well. So you can see there's a lot of different things. They offer many, many different services as well. And one of the things that did jump out to me here is actually crypto airdrops. Okay, so you can set yourself up in minutes, manage multiple wallets like a pro, and basically collect as many coins as you want through these airdrops, through your different profiles, right? As I said, I'll leave the link to Go Login in the description of this video. Go check it out, guys. Now, without further ado, let's get straight back into the XRP chart because I really, really, really want to show you guys what I'm looking out for here. So you can see currently, as I said, priced at $2.07. And the thing that really has caught my eye in most recent price action, guys, it's actually this the 3-day volume weighted ATR band. You can see that we reclaimed this actually back in back on the 11th of April here, and since then we did see a nice pump up to $2.22, and we haven't lost it at all since that point, which is very, very bullish. Usually when we come down to it, we do see a nice bounce, as you can see we have seen in previous price action. So what we're really looking for here is to come down a little bit further to this volume weighted ATR band, and then we could potentially see a nice big wave to the upside. Now, talking about the quantum insight indicator that we like to reference here, guys, I'm using all these different tools. You can see right now that we've clearly got a trend, okay, a momentum trend coming down. So the momentum to the downside is getting smaller, so to speak. Okay, it's getting smaller. You can see we did hit a very, very strong low here. Not as low, and then not as low here on each of the waves down. So if we are going to wave down again, it's very, very likely that we do bounce. And then we're going to be looking at our main anchor, our sub anchor, and then the crossover of the money flow when we get to this zone, as well as stochastic on the lower side as well. So all of these things are lining up for a nice big bullish move. But what I would expect first is potentially another test to the downside. Now, the test to the downside, it doesn't need to be that strong. Potentially just something like this, a nice wick down for around 197, 198, that sort of area. That will set a momentum low, and that will basically signify the big move straight to the upside again. How high can this thing go? That's the question from this move. From these last momentum moves that we have seen, for example, this one here, if we look at the price action, it absolutely bounced very, very, very aggressively from this zone. In previous price action from $2 all the way back up to $2.98 there. And you can see in most recent price action on the lower side here, guys, we obviously flirted with this a little bit here, but the most recent bounce on this momentum zone actually bounced from 177 up to 224. So that is basically insinuating if we do wave down again, it's very, very likely that we absolutely explode past previous micro highs that we have seen here. So that would be the prediction for the meantime. I would be actually looking for a nice favorable short position here off that pump to the downside here, probably worth around 7.53% here on the 4-hour volume weighted ATR band, because we usually reject quite nicely off that, you can see, when we see a massive pump. So yeah, I would expect a nice little 5% short there. In terms of a long position right now, I would be inclined to long if we stayed in this area below the 3-day volume weighted ATR band for a little bit longer, giving moving averages a bit more time to come down, and then we reclaim moving averages, and then there's a nice basically pocket for us to be longing on that zone. And that pocket can be 6-7% there, guys. That's sort of what I'm looking out for there overall. Let's jump to the real macros here and get sort of a price prediction here for XRP and what we can really be looking out for here. You can see this measure move played out perfectly. Very, very, very clean. That trend line is going to stay there. And right now, we're obviously looking at an all-time high at $3.40. Actually, I think we got higher than that in previous years. Let me see if I got that data. Yeah, we do. You can see we actually hit $3.55. Okay, so that is the all-time high. The question is, can we break that again? I do think we can. Okay, and when we get to that zone, it's very, very likely that we take a very aggressive leg up again, because we haven't got the SEC holding us back or anything like that. Right now, it's just a bit of a price correction here from this this pump to the upside that we have seen since obviously the SEC backed the hell off. So how much can be made and what percentages are we looking out for? That's the question that we're all asking ourselves. If we go from current price action up to all-time high, that is actually roughly 71% on your investment, which again, you might be like, oh, it's not too much. You 10x that, you're looking at a 700% gain. Ridiculous stuff. Looking very, very, very strong overall. I do believe that we can get there and some. Okay, and what I mean by that, guys, you can see we're at $121 billion market cap right now for XRP. I can see this at $500 billion market cap here within the next 3 years. Okay, banks are using this to transact all over the world, and the demand for this is only getting stronger. So looking at this from around like a 2 or 3 or 4x perspective is completely realistic. So that would put a price prediction of XRP in the next 3 years up to roughly around $10. If we can get to that $10 mark, which I think is very, very achievable, that will be a 382% gain here on your investment. Let me know what you think of that price prediction in the comment section, guys. I'm super intrigued to know. And if you like XRP, make sure you smash a little like on the video as well. That is going to be it from me. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. I'll leave the link to go log in here in the description of the video. Go check it out. There's definitely some benefits to using this as well. Even if you do use it for just a 7-day period, you can actually get some decent crypto airdrops by doing so. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. Peace out for now. I'll see you in the next one.